Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is JJ and this is another pick a card for you guys. So today we're going to be talking all about our finances. So the number one thing that everybody wanted from my channel was, when will my financial situation improve? So that is what I will be doing. I have 3 charms here. I have a cat as option number 1. I have a I forgot what this is called, but this what is it called? I forgot the name. Oh my god. Okay, and then the third option, we have a little rocking horse. So I will be pulling the cards right in front of you guys. So if you guys are not interested in that, like always, all the timestamps will be pinned in the comment section. All my information, like always, is in the description box below. So we're going to be looking at your finances. When will your finances be improving? Or what do you need to do to improve your finances? Let's see what Spirit has to say about your finances. We'll just leave it at that, okay? Well, you need more structure and stability. I'll tell you that much. Some of you are very worried about their stability. Will I be able to provide for my family? Will I be able to have a solid foundation for myself? But I feel like many of you need to tap more into your creativity, because I feel like Spirit is saying there's a lot of creative potential within you and you're wasting it. You're not using it. Now, here's the thing. Creativity doesn't mean just drawing, okay? You can be creative in the way you work, in the way you build, in the way you lead, right? Creativity can be many different things. So a lot of you want to expand or be I feel like start your own business, but there's a lot of fear. Maybe your family members or people around you. Yeah. You have to take the lead in where you want to go with the Page of Pentacles next to the King of Wands. You know, you got to stop being so indecisive and just run with it. Go for it. Pick something that you love and just go for it. You know, don't plan so much. Follow your passion more than your feelings. Follow your heart. Choose your heart, okay? And like I said, many of you want to be a leader, want to be a CEO, want to be a boss, but then when the opportunity comes, you shy away from it. This is an anchor. There we go. I got it. You got to anchor your passions. You got to anchor your dreams, okay? When would their finances improve? Well, the cards. Okay, so some of you are tired about your finances. You're like, I'm tired. Maybe you're working 3 jobs, 2 jobs, and your energy is all over the place. You're just like, I'm tired, JJ. That's what it is. I don't have no more energy to continue with this. It's been one thing after the other. And I feel like Spirit is saying, do not give up quite yet, okay? Let's see. When would your financial situation improve for those of you who pick the cat? When will your financial situation improve for those who picked the cat? When will your financial situation improve for those who picked now I forgot the name. The anchor. And for those who picked the rocking horse, yeah, you gotta let your... See, the devil card for me when it comes to business is not that bad. It's actually good, because that means you have the potential, especially when you have your business, to really draw people in, okay? To know what people want, right? The devil is very good at that. So if you have your own business, I feel like you have the qualities, or you might be a Capricorn. I feel like if you have Capricorn qualities, you're very good at staying determined, even when you don't see instant gratification, right? Capricorn is the climbing goat. So they have this work ethic that really stuns people. They're very good. They're hardworking people. They're usually the CEOs, the bosses of things. They have their own business. Or if they work under someone, they're usually at the top. So maybe some of you need to embody the qualities of a Capricorn. Okay. Or see where Capricorn falls on your chart too. Yeah, I feel for many of you need to set healthy boundaries with people and also with yourself, how you spend your money. I feel for many of you, you also don't need to shy away from asking for a raise. I'm hearing someone like just thinking about it, but they don't really tell their boss. Go for it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They say no. They're not gonna fire you for that. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. So for those who picked the rocking horse, the anchor, and the kitty, one more, and then that's it. For others of you, I'm getting you have to be self-disciplined. Again, how much are you spending? How much is coming in? How much is coming out? What is necessary and what is not, okay, to help with your financial situation at this time. Okay. Yeah, others of you, you need to change your environment. I feel like where you work, it's not where you want to be. It's not ideal for you. You might feel like very blocked or very, I don't know, it feels suffocating. It feels like you don't like it there. You're just there because it pays the bills. And I feel like Spirit is saying you need to follow your heart. You need to follow your passions, not be there. And I get it. Again, we live in a society where money is very important because everything's expensive. So again, all the timestamps will be pinned in the comment section. Now let's get started with option 1. So what do you need to do to improve, or when will your financial situation improve? So let's see. Those of you who chose the cat, I feel like Spirit is saying you need to take a risk, because to me, always cats they jump really high and they always land on their feet. So I feel like Spirit is saying, don't be scared to make changes. Don't be scared to take risks when it comes to your career and your finances, okay? Of course, within reasonable measure. Do not do something silly here. But I feel like Spirit is saying don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Observe. Rely on your instincts. Cats have an amazing intuitive ability. So rely on that. Let's see. When will your financial situation improve? When you make a decision, when you decide, you will hit your mark. Spirit is saying you will. But again, you need to follow the signs. I feel like you might go back and forth with your current situation. 4 of Wands. So I see your situation improving. I do. I see you celebrating. I do see you getting a promotion. I do see you kind of going up the corporate ladder in some way. For others of you, I do see you finally taking that leap and owning your home business, or starting your business at home, or just your own business in general. For some of you, I do see you selling I know it's called like a swap meet, or just having like a local shop, a small shop, but I feel like it will allow you to create an empire for yourself. So I feel like if you've been questioning whether you should start your own business, whether this is at home or just your own business or real estate, I feel like Spirit is saying yes, go for it. Or if you're planning on doing it with a group of people. Yeah, you're the magician. You need to take a risk. You have everything that you need. I feel like Spirit is saying the reason why things aren't working for you in the finances is because you're being too cautious. And that's why Spirit is saying, do not worry, you'll land on your feet. Okay, so I feel like you guys are really craving to take a leap in something, or to do something that feels risky, like putting your own business is something risky. But Spirit is saying you have all the tools that you need, all the resources that you need to make this a reality for yourself. And I feel like for group number 1, I feel like you should be the face of a company, or you should be like your own boss with the magician, okay? Because the magician likes to be, you're a great communicator. You have people skills. That's what I'm getting. So I feel like you should tap into that more. There's infinite possibilities waiting for you if you follow your intuition, if you follow your gut here. There's a lot of new beginnings that are waiting for you too. Teresa, time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. So I'm getting the message with this card, because we are talking about finances, that, you know, you have been taking the financial decisions, or making the financial decisions that you have made in the past, because, you know, again, some of you, it's not just you. There's people, there's kids, there's a partner, you know, it's not just you. But I feel like Spirit is saying now it's time for you to make a decision in regards to yourself. What do you want? Put yourself at the front. What do you want at this time? What do you want to create? That's the Magician, right? If you want your own business, why don't you go for it? You will make your mark. You will hit it, right? You will accomplish what you want. Stop doing things because it feels like it's what you need to do. Because I feel like your soul is yearning for something different. You're not where you want to be. That's what it feels. Yeah, reclaim your power. Exactly. It's time for you to do things for yourself. What do you want? I'm kind of getting the image of the Notebook when Noah asks, I forgot her name, you know, what do you want? And she's like, it's not that easy. I feel like that's what is going on here. Some of you might have an idea. Some of you may just even just not know exactly what you want to do, but you're just like, I just know I want a business. You might not know what the business is about, but you're like, I just want to work for myself. Okay, start with that, you know, start with that. Number 44, your angels are there. They're supporting you. They're guiding you. And if you are happy with where you are, I do see you getting a promotion. I do see you, you know, again, celebrating something, getting a higher pay, just being more connected with what you do. I see your finances improving. Now is a lucky time. So now is a lucky time to get that business started. Now is a lucky time to take that leap of faith. That's why Spirit is saying you land on your feet. I don't know how many times I have to say it, but all these cats are on their feet. So, you know, you will land on your feet. Right now, the universe is supporting you. The wind beneath your wings is kind of what I'm hearing here. Use that lucky time. There's a lot of fertility, a lot of prosperity waiting for you, that it's coming for you, but you need to make the decisions for yourself and not because of, you know, it pays the bills. And again, I'm not judging. I'm really not. You need to follow your heart. You need to follow your passion, like I said. You need to do something that brings you more happiness. Again, another 4. So we have 44 with another 4 here and another 4 here. So your angels are really pushing you. You might be seeing a lot of 444s. They're saying you're not happy with where you are. It feels like very routine to me, and I feel like you want some excitement. You know, again, cats are curious. Follow that curiosity. Be curious. Take the leap. You need more laughter. You need more joy. But again, you need to be patient and more play. Definitely more play. You need more fun. With the 4 of Wands too, you need more fun, more excitement. It feels like where you are at is not where you want to be, essentially. And wow, 77, spirituality. Some of you want to go into the spiritual realm, start a spiritual business. You need to do something that is in alignment with you spiritually. And it's not going to be easy. Number 7 is always divine challenges for me. But it means that you're on the right path. It means that, you know, this is the right path for you. So if you just took a leap, if you just decided, you know, to go with something you were curious about, Spirit is saying good job. Yes, it's been challenging, but you will get a lot of abundance, prosperity, happiness, accomplishments out of this. Okay, I see you guys working in some type of communication. So some of you need to be working on communicating, either through social media, vlogger, a writer, I don't know, but you have a way with words. You're able to attract people and really essentially sell them dirt if that's what you really wanted. You have a way of persuading people. You have a way of making people feel comfortable, and you have a way of knowing what people want. And I feel like Spirit is saying, you know, follow that. Because to me, the Magician is a very mercurial energy, and Mercury is a salesman. You know, some of you, I feel like also because Mercury is ruled was co-ruled with Gemini and Virgo here. Some of you might be dietitians. Some of you might work as a clinician. Others of you might be a life coach. I see you just doing something for yourself, being an entrepreneur, motivational speaking, a coach of some sort, life coach, spiritual coach, a healthcare coach. I see you also with the third house, all about writing, like I said, communication, teaching, maybe being like a elementary school teacher, or all the way up to high school even, could definitely be. Being an English teacher, being a speech teacher, some type of communication disorder specialist or therapist of some sort. So I see you kind of being in that realm. But again, I feel like you need, Spirit is saying you need to follow your passions. You need to follow your heart and finally start putting your needs above anybody else's. And that's how your prosperity is going to improve. And that is how you're going to get that abundance and that stability that you are seeking in your life. And right now, it's a very lucky time for you to do that. Follow your spirit. Follow your soul. It's guiding you. You might be seeing a lot of 444s and 77s, okay? Follow your heart, go with the flow, take a risk, you will be okay. Let your intuition be your eyes. I also feel like why Spirit is saying that you will do well in your own business is because you're a very creative person and you need that creative freedom. You need that space for you to kind of be like, okay, today I want to do things this way, or this season I want to do things this way. And that's why I feel like teaching is very good for that, even though you still have to follow a curriculum, but it allows you that creative freedom. And of course, owning your own business allows you that creative freedom, because I feel like you're someone who gets bored very easily. So you need that again, that playful, that creative energy. So that is what I have for you guys. And now I'm going to move to option 2. So for those of you who picked option 2, we have the beautiful Anchor here. I feel like you're a creature of habit is what I heard, okay? So you might you might be a person who really, once you settle down in one place, or once you learn something, it's very hard for you to get you out of there, because you get comfortable very easy. You're very complacent. You're someone who doesn't like to try new things. You're someone who overthinks a lot is kind of what I'm picking up here. You kind of tend to hold on to things. So again, creature of habit, a creature of habit. So let's see. When will your financial situation improve? Temperance. Okay. Temperance. The Empress. A lot of major arcana cards. And the King of Swords. Once you make a decision. So I feel like Spirit is saying your financial situation will improve once you make a decision. Some of you definitely should be in teaching. Okay, some of you should be teaching. This is higher learning. The King of Swords is a teacher, or some of you could be even in like criminal justice, could be a cop, could be a counselor, could be a communicator of some sort. I feel like that is where your abundance lies. Okay, for some of you, definitely in higher learning. So if you are currently thinking about, should I take on this program? Should I take on this PhD? Should I get that master's degree? Should I go to university? Yeah, you should. Okay, because I feel like that's where your abundance. The Empress is abundance. It's abundance for years to come. Is these trees that she has planted will bloom for her years and years and years to come, even for her grandchildren and children of them and so forth. So again, higher learning is definitely there. That's where your abundance is. That's where your prosperity is. For others of you, in something very creative with the Empress there, something very Venusian. So again, Venus is all about looking pretty. So anything in the cosmetic industry, anything jewelry, Anything with love, romance, writing. For some of you, definitely writing. Okay. Vlogging. I'm also getting here with the Temperance, anything holistic. I'm getting a holistic approach to things. So if you're thinking about doing something that is traditional, for example, you want to be a therapist, but you're like, I want to also focus. I'm getting a lot of Virgo energy here. So you may want to focus like, okay, yes, I want to do therapy, but I also want to implement a holistic approach. I feel like you guys, where your abundance lies, is doing something, because the Temperance card is taking fire and water. So I feel like you have to do something that is very, two things that are not supposed to work, make them work. Okay, so again, taking traditional therapy and implementing holistic approach, doing something that is traditional with something that is non-traditional. I feel like if you do that, or you infuse that, that is where your prosperity will lie. For many of you, it's going to be trial and error. The Temperance to me is always like, trying to figure out the right mix of things, right? Not putting in too much water that it burns out the fire, and not putting too much fire that it dries out the water. So I feel like many of you, in order for you to get to where you want to be, which is the Empress, it's going to take you several times, several tries. Okay, it's not going to be something that you're going to get it right off the bat. It's going to take you, okay, this didn't work. So if you're a business owner, it might take you kind of like trying different things, being a business, putting a business for one thing and then doing another. For some of you, I feel like catering. Okay, catering is something that that will bring you in a lot of money. Catering, doing cakes, stuff like that. For others of you, I do see you working online, like an online business, doing workshops, doing classes, teaching. Okay, with the King of Swords, you're communicating in some way. I feel like teaching, just teaching something, because he's pointing at the book. For others of you, definitely, like I said, definitely doing that higher learning, getting that PhD with the Jupiter there. Daniel. Okay, some of you, some of you, where your prosperity is gonna lie, and I don't want, please keep it respectful here, but your prosperity is gonna lie in once you get married, through a husband, once you get married. And this depending on your chart too. I've seen it in astrology. I've seen it where people's financial situation improves once they get married. So really look at your Saturn return. Look at your Venus for that. For some of you, I feel like being a stay-at-home mom, I have to say it, that is where your prosperity lies. For others of you, I feel like working together with your husband, maybe having a business together, or maybe your husband doing the main thing, like the practical things in life, and you doing something creative at home. Well, again, that is the blending, right? Working together to get that prosperity. And that's where, kind of like what me and my husband do. My husband takes care of the practical stuff, and which allows me to kind of work on my business, my creative, my spiritual, holistic business, right? So you might be in a similar situation, or that's where your prosperity lies, just for an example. For others of you, being a marriage counselor, being a mediator, being a divorce lawyer, a judge. I heard judge. A rebirth is assured. Okay, just so right now, there's a lot of changes. You will go through a lot of changes, a lot of energy shifts, like I said, before you get to that prosperity that you want. But Spirit is guaranteeing you that you will get there. Okay. Passion and pleasure. You have to do something. And this came up with option number 1 as well. You have to do something that you love. And that's Venus. Venus cannot work in a job. Okay, you might be very artistic too. Venus is all about art galleries and jewelry, and there's more to her. Working with people. She loves people, right? Relationships. So I feel like you have to follow your passion. See where Venus lies on your chart, or what sign is Venus in. That will give you a huge indicator. Some of you might have Venus in Sagittarius, of where it is that you will. I feel like that will help you. For some of you, definitely in the music industry, or being a performer of some sort. See, because Venus likes luxury. Venus likes the pretty things. And Venus, like I said, cannot work in a environment where it's not pretty, where it's not inspiring her. So that's what I'm saying. Some of you will work from home where you're able to have that freedom to decorate your home. Maybe some of you might be decorators, interior home decorators. Might be a designer. You might be someone who works in the beauty industry. Yeah, you need that freedom. Wild horse. You're a wild child. You're a wild person. You don't like things like the King of Swords that has like a set routine, right? The King of Swords is a military type person, so he has order to things. And I feel like you're not like that. Like, I want that freedom. I need to be able to do things on my own terms and my own pace. And again, partnership. So some of you, you're going to do this with a partner, or you're going to work together to create that balance and that I just keep seeing my husband and myself. I'm sorry, you guys, but I feel like that's the best way I can explain it. Like I said, you know, your husband will maybe take care of, or maybe you will. Someone will be able to take care of the practical things like the day-to-day bills, rent, stuff like that, while you do your own business. So again, you know, and for others of you, it's all about you guys will find your financial situation improving once you get married, or working in partnership with someone else, maybe with the King of Swords, maybe with a Sagittarius, a Libra, or Taurus, and an earth or air sign. Sorry. You might be a horse in Chinese astrology. I just got that. Because I feel like you just need that freedom. You just need that I'm also getting landscape. So I don't know if you're like a designer, a garden, like a Zen garden, or you need a space where you're able to see. You just need to be in touch with nature in some way. Okay? Yeah. So maybe like landscaping, or a, what is it called? A florist, or someone who organizes events even. Organizes weddings, a wedding organizer, what are they called? A wedding planner, there we go. Or organize events, parties. Just working with people. I see you guys working with people. That's when your finances will improve. Again, does not have to be anything big or any of the things I mentioned. Just working with people, being in constant communication, maybe in teaching them, creating things, being very creative. And then I feel like that's where your rebirth will happen in your finances. That's where you'll have the stability. The anchor in Lenormand is all about stability. But again, I feel like you're someone who, again, you know, you're a creature of habit. It's hard for you to make changes. You know you're supposed to make changes. She has one eye open, but you're like, I don't know. I'm stable where I am. You know, I have a set routine. I know this like the back of my hand. But Spirit is saying sometimes we need to step out of our comfort zone here and let Spirit take the wheel. So that is what I have for you guys. I'm going to move to option 3. So for those of you who picked option 3, we have the rocking horse. So I feel like you guys will be rocking, or some of you are rocking back and forth in regards to something, trying to make a decision. I feel like you guys feel stuck, like you can't move forward, like you're glued to the ground, right? No matter how hard you try, you just can't move, or you can't move forward in your career or your finances. Yup, 4 of Pentacles. Okay. You're holding back. I feel like when a window opens up for you, you don't take that. You don't walk right through it. You stay comfortable with where you are. I feel like also you're very what's a kind way to say this? You're very cautious with how you spend your money. Okay? You're very cautious. I feel like there's a lot that you can do. There's a lot that for some of you, I feel like you have enough resources to do something on your own, to invest. But I feel like your fear is holding you back. Kind of like, okay, if I invest on this and I lose it all, what happens then? For others of you, it's kind of, you're just very hesitant. Again, you feel stuck, right? But I feel like there's a window of opportunity that will happen for you. 10 of Wands. And I feel like some of you, again, you can't move forward because there's a sense of responsibility, right? Like I said with the horse, you feel like no matter how hard you rock the horse, you can't seem to move forward. You always end up in the same place. And I feel like it's because I feel like you work in some of you may even work 2 jobs here, those of you who picked this one. And I feel like, you know, I can't see the daylight. I'm struggling. You know, I'm trying to save, but it's a struggle. It's not easy. I'm tired. When is this going to end? When is my opportunity coming? You know, you're there waiting for the opportunity. The 5 of Swords is taking a mental toll on you. I feel like you've planned, you've done things, and nothing seems to work. I feel like Spirit is saying there needs to be an adjustment here. You are going to move forward. You go from the 4 to the 5. I feel like some of you feel like you're taking one step forward, and then all of a sudden you end up back here again. For others of you, I feel like you need to change your perspective on abundance. Because I feel like you're always expecting the worst. You need to try something different. You need to do something different. Yeah. You deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise. Exactly. For some of you, I feel like this window of opportunity has opened for you before, but you just, I don't know. Again, maybe you're hesitant, maybe you're afraid, but you're not happy with where you are. This is a huge I feel like for a lot of you, you're holding on. You have a huge responsibility at work, but then the pay is not good. Like, I feel like I'm hearing someone say, if I was to do the same work for another company, I would get paid a lot more. So Spirit is saying, why haven't you moved? Why haven't you switched companies? I feel like there's a lot of fear that's holding you back. And this is all in your mind. And Spirit is saying, don't settle. I feel like for some of you, it's kind of like, okay, you know what? I'm able to save enough here. It's okay. I'll stay here. But Spirit is saying, no, there's something better for you out there. And you have aspirations for something else, but you're watering down your dreams, or you feel like you can't. But Spirit is saying you deserve the best. There's something here about self-worthiness and self-worth, and about your relationship with money. Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's people around you who tell you, you know, it's better to be in a place that you already know than to try and risk in a new place, right? What guarantees you that you're gonna stay in that new place for a long time? And I feel like Spirit is saying, no, you know, get out of your comfort zone. Yeah, because sweet results await. So your financial situation will definitely improve significantly if you follow your passion. Because with the bees, you know, the bees aren't supposed to fly, right? Their wings are too small for their body, in proportion to their body. So Spirit is saying you deserve the best. Go for it, because what it seems like it's not supposed to work will actually work for you, and you will actually get amazing results, a lot of abundance, a lot of sweetness out of life. Because again, bees sting, right? So I feel like where you're at is you're not happy there. It's not giving you what you want. Yeah, you need something to rejuvenate your soul. You have to clear old thoughts, old beliefs, in order for you to get that abundance that you want. Yep, air, thoughts. And you guys saw me pick these in front of you guys. And if you didn't, you can go back to the beginning. But your thoughts, you need to change your thoughts. So Spirit is saying your financial situation will improve the moment you change your thoughts. and your self-esteem. The moment you believe that you deserve the best and that there is something better for you out there and that you shouldn't be working this hard for this low pay, that is when you will be where you want to be. Because you're drained. You're super drained. I feel like, again, I'm getting that you're working 2 to 3 jobs here. You're hustling very hard and you're not seeing any results. I mean, you're seeing, some of you, you're seeing enough that you're just like, okay, I'll stay here because it's enough. Yeah, it's hard work, but you know, it gets the bills paid and I get to save a little bit. So I'll stay here. But Spirit is saying there's an easier way for you. Communication. Again, all air. Number 33. The air element. Watch how you communicate. Some of you just need to communicate better with the boss. And that came through the channeled information. Some of you need to just tell your boss, hey, you know what? I know I deserve that raise. Or tell them, you know what? In a different company, they pay you this. I feel like I deserve a little bit more, right? Or maybe try switching companies. Because Spirit is saying there's a lot of self-limitation that it's coming within you. So it's basically Spirit is saying the reason why your finances haven't improved is because you are limiting yourself. How are you limiting yourself? Through your thoughts. Because Spirit is saying you deserve the best, but you're settling. You're settling in your career. You're settling in the job that you have. And I know deep down this will sting a little bit because you know it's true. Spirit is saying there's a lot of helpers trying to help you. Spirit is saying you have the energy to create at this time, but you're not wanting to take the risk. There's a lot of good fortune that will come if you follow your dreams. Because Spirit is really saying, do you really want to taste the sweet honey? Like, is that something that you really want? Because I feel like you do. But you feel is unobtainable for some reason. And it all starts with your mind. You feel like there's not enough sweetness to go around. And Spirit is saying, there is. There's enough for everyone. But Spirit is saying, get your ego out of the way. I feel like Spirit is saying you're ready to fly. You're ready to receive more. You're ready to have more for yourself, to live that sweet life and you know, really savor that sweetness that you deserve and that Spirit wants to give you. But you need to believe that you deserve it and that you are capable of having it. Because essentially for this group, the main thing why you're not where you want to be financially is because of yourself. You are holding yourself back. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your ideas that maybe there's not enough, that only the rich are lucky. Those are the type of thoughts that are holding you back. I feel like it's time for you to know that you deserve the best and that you deserve, you know, the honey and the milk. The milk and honey. And reach for what you want. Don't be afraid. And if that doesn't mean changing jobs, then ask, you know, tell your boss, demand that raise. Don't settle. So that is what I have for you guys. I hope this was helpful. I wish you guys the best. Take care of yourselves. It was an honor. God bless you and bye.